You think if somebody came to London to do comedy, they'd be a bit mad about it. But somebody actually has flown all the way down from Scotland today, and he's flying all the way back. So, if anybody's going to get the biggest fucking clap coming on this stage, it's going to be this next guy now. Put your hands together, please, for Craig Scott!
Good evening. I guess I've come all the way down from Edinburgh, which set a personal record here because I've been in London for nearly 7 hours now and I've had 3 times. Fucking disgrace to my country, I know. I'll work on that. So anyway, I tried to get into a support group for people with Tourette's syndrome once, but they told me to fuck off. I got stuck behind some chav teenagers on the bus getting down to here. The whole 20-minute journey was just F this and F that and F the other. I suppose they had to compare their exam results sometime. I'm 35 now, which actually makes me 245 in Scottish years. But I'm just going to have to accept the fact that, 18-year-old girls just don't want to sleep with me. For me, it's just like being 18 again, actually. So burglars broke into my local corner shop last week. They stole a crate of Red Bull. I don't know how they can sleep at night. I own 2 people carriers myself, or I prefer to call them my balls. I read on the internet one time that the best thing to do if a jellyfish ever stings you is to piss on it. So I was in Portugal earlier this summer, the jellyfish stung me in the foot, so I pissed on it. I like to teach a lot of cunt. They say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but turns out the parents of that Down syndrome kid on my street strongly disagree. I can't believe nobody's ever managed to come up with a cure for anorexia yet. That surely must be a piece of cake. So my granddad always used to say, any day above ground is a good day. He wasn't an optimist though, he was a very depressed coal miner. I've been trying to give up pornography myself, but some of the stuff on the internet makes it very hard for me. So I went to the corner shop earlier to get some cigarettes. The guy at the counter handed me a packet. I looked at the warning on it, it said, smokers die younger. I said, no, not that one. My parents wouldn't like that. He handed me another, it said, smoking clogs the arteries and causes heart attacks and strokes. I said, no, not that one. The doctor wouldn't like that. So he handed me another, it said, smoking can damage the sperm and decreases fertility. I said, I'll take that one. I don't think that sock in my bed really gives a fuck. Actually, I was quite ill before. I had a brain hemorrhage. When I woke up in the hospital, the only parts of my body that still worked were my right hand and my penis. I managed to discharge myself the same day. I don't usually buy that FHM magazine myself, but I saw an advert that said they had photographs of my topless shoot with Keely Hazel. So I thought, what the hell, I'll treat myself and splash out my copy. That's me bad for W.H. Smith. Although I really am God's gift to women, I'm a cunt. Like my women, like my wife. I don't let them breathe for very long. Apparently women find it really romantic if a man makes an effort and pursues them, knocking us through the woods with duct tape. When it comes to sex, I always use the withdrawal method myself. I take money out of the cash point and spend it on prostitutes. A tip for you though, it really pisses prostitutes off if you come in their hair, especially when they're in front of you in the queue at the chippy. It turns out I'm nearly an inch better hung than my best friend though, but she's not too bothered about it. I had a wasted youth myself. Last Saturday after the closing time. When I rate my sexual partners out of 10, I'm just guessing their ages. Was black and guns and 13s? R. Kelly. I bought his new album recently. There was a warning label on the cellophane that said, "Please keep this rapper away from babies and small children." Because men don't really see all women as sex objects, just the ones with nice tits and arses. Every single time I tell a joke to a feminist, she turns out to be on her period. So I used to love that album, Listen Without Prejudice, when I was younger, until George Michael came out of the closet, and my copies are straight in the bin after that. I saw an advert once for one of those sex lines that said, "Have you ever sucked another bloke's cock? Doesn't mean that you're gay." I guess one swallow doesn't mean a burn, then. So psychologists actually say that people who express homophobic sentiments are actually reacting against their own repressed gay tendencies. So don't worry about it if you're in the pub and somebody calls you a bender. He's only doing it because he's a dirty fucking unnatural shirt-lifter who ought to be castrated. So while I was in London earlier on in the centre of town, I popped into Springfield for a pint. That Ned Griffin was in watching the strip show. I saw him down the front shouting, "Get your niggers off." The B&B in trouble again, we've been accused of trying to bribe voters. Apparently if they get in, we promise the whole country an Indian takeaway. There's a new documentary coming on the BBC soon about a typical household in Bradford. It's called 101 Dalmatians. So I was playing pool in the pub last night. I went down to take my shot and my mate said, "What's the black?" I said, "Why, is he near my jacket again?" So a friend of mine was out over from Amsterdam last week. I said to him, "So is it really like all the stereotypes over there? You know, does everybody live in a windmill and go tulips for a living and walk around with clogs on?" I said, "No, it's nothing like that at all. But I have to say, the last film I saw that was made in Amsterdam had quite a few dykes getting fingers stuck in them." Martin Luther King once said, "I have a dream. There is about fried chicken and watermelon." There's a black guy who lives on my street, and he recently had an amputation. He now only has one hand. He's dealing with it though. Apparently those birthing pools are really popular in China nowadays. It gives a much more relaxed, natural birth experience. Plus it's really handy if the baby turns out to be a girl. I believe in freedom of religious conversion myself. In fact, I have a lampshade in the house. I used to be a Jew. Gary Glitter, he likes to have sex with underage girls. Doesn't like having his picture in the paper. And he's always insisting that everybody joins the game. Is it just me, or does anyone else think it's the reincarnation of the Prophet Muhammad? When I was a teenage boy, a Catholic priest took me aside one time and said, "Listen to me, my boy. Every time you pleasure yourself sexually, a kitten dies." And for years I thought that was true, but not anymore. Now that I've perfected my technique, they usually survive. I don't do a lot of jokes about Islamic fundamentalists, so they tend to bomb. Christians always go on about the time Jesus fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves and 2 fishes. But what about Hitler? He made 6 million Jews toast. I went out with a Jewish girl once. I thought I'd impress her by cooking a curry for her at my house. So she came around and said, "How's dinner coming along?" I said, "Ah, really well. In fact, I've just put your man in the oven." My local chemist recently started selling these bath bombs. I still don't think we'll get many Muslims to take up aid on them. Jesus went out one time, but he didn't get up again until Monday. That must have been a Good Friday. Jesus once said, "Love thy neighbour." I bet he didn't live on a fucking council estate. Saudi Arabia voted last year to keep their ban on women drivers on the grounds that allowing women to drive would promote homosexuality. I think they got it wrong when they were told that if they let women drive, a lot of men would get rear-ended. Of course, if Saudi Arabia were a truly faithful Muslim nation, they would allow women to drive anyway, because everyone there would believe in the afterlife. When I was a young man, my body was a temple. A lot of peace things on it. So a Jew walks into a fishmonger and says, "Yum, pepper." I find that you're offended by this, so I should point out that I'm an atheist, so I consider blasphemy a victimless crime anyway. I found a centipede in my garden 98 days ago. I've been slowly torturing it ever since. It's on its last legs now. I once took an old vase to get it valued on the Antique Roadshow. They told me it was absolutely priceless. I got £4 for it at a car boot sale last weekend, so who's laughing now? Anyway, when I die, I want to be buried with my car keys and some bronze arrowheads, just to fuck the future archaeologists. I've been Craig Scott, you've been a great audience.